Hello. Welcome. All right. If you guys could, I don't know. I've got the girl playing, which here. The girl meaning her. Could you just let me know if you can hear me or if she's like way too loud? I should be able to see your chat. Yeah, just let me know. I don't want her to be too loud. Or maybe you can't hear her at all. I'm not sure. We're early here. We got about 2 minutes, so we're just chilling. Just chilling. Need to change the name of the stream. Indeed it is. Yep. It says we're offline. Did I do that? Might have. Let's see. Just hanging out. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Looks good. That works. Got Restream up on this side of my screen. YouTube up on this side of the screen. I should be able to... Now, if I hit chat overlay... See, I hate the way that looks, you know? I wish it would just, like, put the chat right here or something. Maybe that's something I need to figure out for myself. I guess one way I can check before we get started here. Let's see. Maybe that's something I need to figure out. It's a little loud, isn't it? Let's try that. Sorry if it's echoing. What up, what up, what up? I'm just trying to monitor. The music's a little loud, so. Still so loud. That's better, isn't it? Good? What up, y'all? Hey, could you, if you're watching, could you just drop a comment? Let me know how the music is. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Yeah, drop a quick, and that's all you have to do. Just say, hey, music's loud, or, you know, I can't hear the music. That's an option too. As well. Hope you guys are doing great today. We're about to get started here. Into my notes for the week. but I hopped on a little early to see just how music and everything is. I have it at like 5%. Now I don't know if that's like playback volume instead of like volume. I guess I could also just turn down the music. Yeah, there's an idea. Let me check that. Hope you guys are doing good today. Yeah. What up, y'all? Hey, could you, if you're watching, could you just drop a comment? Let me know how the music is. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Yeah, I think that's playback volume. Like to me. Yeah, drop a comment, and that's all you have to do. Just say, hey, music's loud, or I can't hear the music. It's Tuesday. I wasn't actually going to be able to do a live stream today. I had an appointment for Maria, but sorry if this is echoing. Wasn't going to be able to do a stream today, but turns out that I am able to. I also decided to go ahead and do live streams on this main channel, and then instead of posting them, sorry, I'm checking the audio here. That's way better. We're good. We're good. Just let me know if you can hear the music. If you can't hear the music, that would be better than you saying the music's too loud. So, yeah, as I was saying, I didn't think I was going to be able to do a stream today. Maria has an appointment with the doctor that I was going to be at today, and it got moved to tomorrow. So, works out for us, but she is a little stressed about it. So am I. We think everything's fine. I don't really want to get into too many details here, but it's going to be fine. So, yeah, what's up, everyone? Let me know where you're watching from in the chat. I guess I'm streaming this to Twitch and YouTube, which is pretty neat. At the same time, using a software called Restream, which is going to be better for us than OBS, because I could not for the life of me get my OBS settings correct. So, yep, that's the thing. Thank you guys for being here. Should be an interesting week. We had the day off yesterday here at work. We spent it up in Blacksburg. Maria and I did, with baby girl, showing her where we went to school and where we got up to no good during our college years. So that was super fun. And yeah. So anyway, I'm about to get into my notes here. Per usual, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, feel free to jump in on the discussion. Basically, I feel like these live streams are a very selfish thing. It's kind of therapy for me. Throughout the week, I write down my thoughts and my ideas into Notion. And then during these live streams, I just read through them, elaborate on them. Hey, Niles. I hope that's Nils. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but hello and welcome. Okay, so good news is I was able to see his, in fact, can we get that chat overlay? Hey, David, how's it going? That's funny, David, I did this so you guys can see the chat. David's someone who has been super supportive of the channel, so it's good to be back, David, and I appreciate you. One of a few actually who've tried to encourage me to start making videos again. So that's sort of where my notes are going to start today, actually. So if you guys don't know, I've been doing some, that's really loud chair, I apologize. I've been doing some vlogs with the family, which is neat. Yeah, just kind of like important days, and outings that we have with the family that hopefully at some point in the future I'll be able to show. Lena. They're mostly Lena focused. I started vlogging again, and David was watching these. I remember when Lena was born. Daily vlogging is difficult, so that was a little tricky. But I think now I'm in a place where I have this Sony ZV-1, which I'll talk about here in a few minutes, hopefully. But in fact, you know what? I'll just do. I don't know if I want to do chat overlay. I don't like how it moves me out of the way and like does it in the black. I just wish it would show the chat here. But anyway. Yeah, but we've been doing vlogs every now and then. These live streams happen, Lord willing, every Tuesday. So that's cool. I like, the potential of you guys being able to share your thoughts and ideas on my thoughts and ideas as well. I think it's just a cool open space if you're listening at work or before work. It's just, it's whatever. We're relaxed. We have a good time here. I'm hoping to have more of you guys tune in and share your thoughts and opinions, so it's a little more back and forth. Right now, obviously, there's not many viewers. I'm worried more about just making content and sharing my thoughts into the interwebs. But hopefully in the future, you guys will, give your feedback and stuff. And I don't know, if Niles, Nils, David, if you guys have anything you'd love to chat about, put it in the chat. So I'd love to hear from you guys. You guys are the OGs, so that's awesome. I think that's it. I think we can dive right into notes for today. We're already almost about 10 minutes in, and I do have a time constraint here. My work here starts around 9, so I try to be done with this about 8:30-ish. So, yeah. This also goes live on the podcast, so if you listen to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, wherever, this will be on there. And yeah, this chat probably won't be, just chatting it up. But as we dive in here in a second, that will be posted there. So if you missed this, that's all right. You can watch it back on YouTube, on Spencer Scott Pugh Live, or in audio format. So great. Perfect. Let's get into it. So, hey everyone. Welcome back to the podcast, to the live stream, where we just chat about thoughts and ideas that we have throughout the week. I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening. If you're listening on the podcast, feel free to subscribe, rate, and review. If you're watching this back on the YouTube live channel, please subscribe, like, comment. I'll read all of those, so maybe we could talk about it in the next live stream if you guys drop comments and stuff there. So there's that, and we're just gonna get into it for today. So big news starting out here. I've sort of partnered, collaborating with a company called Finisher Secrets, which is a company that tries to help entrepreneurs be more productive. So their biggest product and sales come from a journal called the Finisher's Journal, which here is mine from last quarter. Super cool. So it focuses on a single quarter. So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and you have a single goal. There's actually 2 areas for goals, but they want you to focus on a single goal. So I used this last quarter and it worked. I mean, it's a good daily note taker, but also just keeps your mind focused on completing a major goal for the quarter. So I really love them. I love the journal, and they're doing more beyond the journal. So if you want to pick that up, I'll leave a link to it in the description when this video is re-uploaded. And I don't really know how to share it right now on the live stream for you guys, but it's really cool. So I've partnered with them, and I'm actually making content for them in YouTube format. So our first video goes live today, which you'll be able to find on my main channel. I'll have a playlist that will have all the videos that I make for them over there. And also you can just subscribe to Finisher Secrets on YouTube. They have a really big following on Instagram, so I'm sure they'll be sharing bits and pieces of today's video on Instagram as well, if you want to follow them over there. And I'm just excited to be working with that team. Small team, I think 5-6 people. And the owner, Javier, I like him. I don't really even know him that well, but I like him. He's got a nice personality, and he's fun guy. So I'm excited about that. Another thing, I'll have a vlog going out this week. That was just sort of a day in the life vlog. And then this past weekend, by the way, I hope you guys had a good Independence Day. I filmed a couple days this weekend too with family, and going up to Blacksburg yesterday, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. And yeah, so that'll be cool. You can check that out as well. Yeah, so I'm trying to do all this content in the mornings before work starts, and it was stressing me out a lot last week. But I think I'm sort of starting to get a hold and a good grip on how I can make it work. So especially working with Finisher Secrets, I'm really excited for that partnership. It's kind of like a second side hustle, and it's a quick growing business that I'm excited to be a part of and making content for. So that'll be cool. All right, here's a thought that I had. So it's weird, this morning I realized I'm running out of thoughts throughout the week. I haven't been writing them down as much as I would like to be. And so I actually went to the beginning of this and wrote down some, which I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Our aesthetics members are leaving after a couple months. What value are we missing? So I don't know if I should really be sharing this, but I want to. I think it's okay. So I work for Agenacare House Calls and Agenacare Aesthetics. Our aesthetics practice, we do Botox fillers, PDO threads, ZO products, things like that. And it's not an industry that I ever thought I would be into, but I started out here with House Calls, and we split the business into two, for those of you who don't know. So a big thing that we're doing with the aesthetics practice is offering monthly memberships. And I think what I'm finding is people will sign up very excited, but then after a couple months, they'll leave. So I'm wondering what value they don't think they're getting to be paying what they're paying each month, because that's what it comes down to. Like, if you're going to pay X number of dollars a month, you want to feel like you're getting that much value. And one of the biggest things about our memberships is you get a couple dollars off of Botox per, what do you call it? Per needle. So I'm wondering, Botox usually lasts around 3 months. So I don't know. It's something that, I'm trying to think about. I had another one come in today through email saying that they canceled. And what I'm seeing is like they're getting charged, and then they're canceling. So I wonder if they're saying like, oh, I forgot I was paying for that. I don't really feel like I've gotten anything from them. So it's something that we'll probably meet about today, actually, and discuss. So I don't know. Trying to find that good balance between what you're paying us and what you're getting out of it is something that I'm constantly having to think about. Sony ZV-1 is perfect for vlogging. Yeah, so here is the Sony ZV-1. I don't know if it'll focus. Yep. Amazing camera. Amazing camera. So flip out screen. It's just, I think I got into vlogging 2013, 2014. It was kind of the height, Casey Neistat was doing his thing. Ben Brown was my dude. And we were shooting on Canon, I don't even remember back then, but no flip out screen. It was just a point and shoot that you pick up. These cameras were made for novice photographers going on trips to take photos in little clips, videos. So this was vlogging back then with an even smaller camera than this. And I was constantly like, as the years progressed and I was in and out of vlogging and stuff, I was like, why haven't these companies, Nike, Sony, Canon, like why have they not made a camera for vlogging? Like, it's so popular. And I still think the ZV-1 has some places that are like obvious as far as like how to be a better vlogging camera, but I don't know. That's the closest camera to a purely vlogging camera that I have ever used. The quality is amazing. I've been able to compare it to my Sony a7 III. I've even watched videos on the comparison between the two, and like for the price and for the size and for the functionality of vlogging, it's impressive. And this isn't, I'm not trying to get you to buy any or anything. If you want to, go on my website, spencerscottpugh.com, look in my extras section and find my stuff and click on the picture of it. Use my link for that on Amazon. But point is, that camera's amazing. And I sold my A6500 for it, which I was a little skeptical about, but I hadn't been using the A6500 at all. So I figured instead of it sitting there collecting dust, sell it, take the money, get something like this. And honestly, I would be okay using that in certain instances for my full-time job, for shooting video or photos. Like it's that good. It's good. So my quick little review of the ZV-1. Like I said, there's a couple things I would change as far as like, I don't even know like where the power button is. I don't know, little tiny tweaks, but for vlogging, for a camera aimed at vlogging, perfect. Almost perfect, I guess. So yeah, that thing has been really cool, and I've been using it for those vlogs that I'm gonna be putting out, which is cool. I tried using it for live stream, but the camera overheated last time. So I think the only way to really fix that is find a way to maybe turn the screen off while I'm live streaming. I'm not really sure. So that's an issue. Hi, Natalia. I hope I'm saying your name right. Welcome. It's good to see you. Thanks for saying hey. Yeah, so Sony ZV-1, awesome. Great camera. There's an album called Canyons by Ellie Holcomb, and we love Ellie Holcomb in the Pugh household. Per usual, when an album is released by an artist we like, I tend to be like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that album. Like, it doesn't hold up to the previous album. What camera are you using for the live stream? Asks Niles. Am I saying your name right? Niles. Currently, I'm using the a7 III for the live stream. Sony has a webcam software where you can just plug this camera into your computer and use it as the live stream. It's awesome. Like, you get that bokeh, that shallow depth of field, and it's just like, it's my best camera. So it looks really good. Again, that one works too, for live streaming, but it overheated. So I got to figure out, I kind of want to go back to that one just because it's easier. I can keep the a7 III on its tripod that I use for work and not have to switch back and forth and stuff. But for now, I mean, I'm happy. Super easy setup, just plug and play basically, using a software like this. So yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, so Canyons, the album Canyons came out, and you know, I wasn't sure about it, but it's starting to grow on me. Also, she released like 4 singles maybe off the album, and it's weird when an artist does that. They release like all these singles off the album, and then when the album comes out, there's only a handful of songs that you haven't heard yet, you know? So then it's a matter of like, do you restrain yourself from listening to the singles, or should the artist just not do that? I don't know, but it's good. Check it out. She's a Christian artist, so there's that. But man, some of those songs, just, they're bangers. And I think her last album, Red Sea Road, had a lot of good bangers. Just, it's interesting, like, Christian music can be difficult, it can be cheesy, or it can be just not well produced or whatever. But she's always done a good job. Like, the drums just sound amazing on her albums. All the instruments are done really well. So like, even if you're not listening to the words, like, the songs are catchy, the music itself is just good. I don't know, I really enjoy it. So Canyons, or Canyon, I think it's Canyon, singular. All right, so I've been hiking. This is something I was going to talk about last live stream, but I ran out of time. Yeah, there's a couple trails that run through the back of my neighborhood. The Murray Run Trail, I think is what it's called. I've just been taking walks with Buddy, my dog, and like listening to podcasts and audiobooks, or listening to nothing, just listening to nature and thinking and walking. And I try to do at least 30 minutes. Sometimes we'll do like an hour or 3 miles, something like that. But yeah, it makes me want to go on longer hikes. Again, a lot of you know I've been watching Craig Adams quite a bit, and he does these like crazy hikes around the world. But something I've noticed, and it's probably because he doesn't show the hard parts of these hikes, but it's more just walking, walking uphill and for long distances. Here around me in Roanoke, hiking is like a lot of physical, like using your hands, hiking / climbing / walking on a ledge that if you fell off, you'd be badly injured or die. So, hello, high five friend. Good morning. I can never tell if you're like a real channel or not. You usually just leave high fives on videos, so it seems like you're real if you're commenting on a live stream. So hello, it's good to hear from you. Yeah, so I don't know. In Roanoke, it's like, which is where I live, hiking is like, maybe there are easier hikes that I'm unaware of, but I want to go on more like Craig Adams type hikes that are just slow uphill walks with Buddy, just because I don't know, walking through those backwoods, starting to get a little bit old. I don't know, it's still fun and I still do it, but I'm starting to sort of alternate between just walking on the road with Buddy and doing those hikes in the woods. So David asks, do you have Audible? What audiobooks do you recommend? Yeah. Hey David. I think I have Audible. Sometimes I pay for it, sometimes I don't. I don't really know, how that works. But if you want book recommendations, I'll give you a couple now, but also on my website, spencerscottpugh.com, in my extras section, I have a bookcase, which is where I'm putting books that I've really enjoyed listening to. I usually just listen to books. Some of them I read, especially if I find a lot of value in the audiobook. I'll buy the book and actually go through and highlight, take notes. Do More Better is one that keeps coming back around. High five friend is a Virginia neighbor. That's awesome. High five. Cool. That's great. What part of Virginia, if you don't mind sharing? Here, let me, since we're actually getting some chat here, what's Maria asking me really quick? Oh, I'll get back to her in a minute. Yeah, we'll see if you guys comment something. We'll see if it shows up in the chat over here. I don't really know how this, still learning the restream stuff. Yeah, so Do More Better is a book that that I really enjoyed when I read it. It's a quick read. It's like over 100 pages. That's it. It's a little tiny book. High five friend said, I'm a 5. Oh, cool. Look, the chat's showing up. Yeah, for purposes of this video, we'll leave that up. I'm a 5, meaning, I don't really know what that, an Enneagram 5, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm an Enneagram 5 as well, so, okay. I don't know. I keep getting distracted by you guys, which is super great because this is what I want, the discussion. And I'm glad this is working up here, so you guys can see that. Again, I wish it was on the video, but whatever, this will work. Yeah, let's try to do this again. Do More Better by Tim Challies. Super quick read. It's just for people trying to be productive in business, in life. It's a good way of starting that process. A lot of books will say, like, to be productive, you need to set this goal and have morning routines and evening routines, and don't use your phone. And those are all great. And I'm not saying they aren't great. It's just that I think when you're being productive, it's got to start somewhere, and it's got to start with like what you want to be productive with. If you want to be productive with a billion things, it's hard to be productive with all of them, right? So do more better is about doing more better, right? And it takes a good look at priorities, like what you in your life want to be more productive with. So Do More Better is a great read. He is a Christian author. If that deters you, I've recommended it to friends that aren't Christians, and they've found a lot of value out of it too. So take it as you want. Do More Better is a good one, and I recently started listening to it again. I just needed to be reminded, like, hey, what are my priorities, and what are the things in life that I'm trying to be more productive in? So Do More Better is a big one. Traction. If you have your own company, Traction by Gino Wickman. I was gifted this for my birthday, I think, by a couple friends, Sarah and Justin, shout out, what up? And it's changed the way I think about business in general, but also here to GenaCare. It's helping us structure everything. So that book is awesome. There are two for you, David. If you want to check out more, again, they're on my website, spencerscottpugh.com. I think in the extra section up top, and then bookcase. Yeah. And I'll be adding to that, as I'm reading more books. Currently, I'm reading Digital Minimalism by Calvin Newport, I think is his name, which is a big one for minimalists to read and stuff. It's a lot of concepts that I'm already familiar with because of the people I follow on YouTube and stuff, but it's a good one. All right. Yeah, okay, so I haven't gotten running shoes in a while, and I've been running. I've been going through the woods and hiking, so I was looking for, I was wondering if there was like a trail running hybrid kind of shoe, and so I went to Fleet Feet here in Roanoke, and I was like, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to be running between 1 and 2 miles 3 to 4 times a week, but I also want to do some trail running, but I also just want to be walking through the woods with my dog. Is there a shoe that does all of that? And they actually hooked me up with a New Balance trail running shoe, which is also on my website if you want to check that out. They're not the prettiest shoe, but it's really cool. Like the grip and the comfort and everything is great for running in the woods, walking through the woods, but then they're also okay on pavement, sidewalks, things like that. So great shoe, dude. They're so comfy, and I really enjoyed them. They actually showed me 3 different pair. I walked around in them, jogged around in the parking lot, and I picked the cheapest pair. So I think they're $135, something like that. So if you're looking for an all-round hybrid running and walking shoe, I recommend them. They fit me well. So check that out on my website as well. I'll say this. I recently added this page on my website. All the products that I use, like my Sony, like this microphone, my computers, my tripods, even like the running shoes, my journal, it's all on my website. So you can check all that stuff out. SpencerScottPugh.com, under extras, my stuff. That's where I have that. So yeah, it was fun making that page. So I hope you guys will take advantage of that stuff. I don't know. The Woods Behind Your House video. Yeah, I thought about making a video for my main channel called The Woods Behind Your House. I thought that was kind of a catchy title. I don't know if I will. It would take some time. The idea being, it's kind of lame, but just, get out and explore your surroundings. Okay, Amber just texted me about something. I need to check for her. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if it would be a good video. I wanted it to be kind of cinematic and Craig Adams inspired. But just in, the woods behind my house. and encouraging people. It was kind of like more of a skit or like a poem kind of video that I was thinking about doing. But the more I thought about it, I don't know if it would be reasonable. I would have to take Buddy with me probably, and if I didn't, I'd be out of the house for probably an hour or so away from Maria and Lena. So maybe there's a day. Actually, I know there's a day coming up where my boss just pulled in. I know there's a day coming up when Maria's going to be gone with Lena. So maybe I'll try and shoot it then. I don't know. High five, friend. I've put Do More Better on my list. Thanks for recommendation. By the way, my comment's still on split screen. Yeah, high five, friend. It'll just be kind of like a rolling comments. So whenever you guys comment, they'll show up and then kind of get pushed down as they go. But that's great. Do More Better. I hope you enjoy that. Great book. And again, quick, easy read, but it gets your mind thinking in the right way to be productive. So, all right, next, constantly cut down on redundancies. Do I need an image saved on my cloud if it's in Canva? Yeah, so that's something. I think it's very easy to get redundant content saved on your computer and stuff. So like for instance, I do a lot in Canva, which is kind of like a graphics software that's online, free to use. And I will download it right after I create a design and then upload it to wherever I'm using it, website or Instagram or for whatever it might be. But then I have it in Canva saved, downloaded to my computer, and then uploaded somewhere, right? So let's say that it was posted on Facebook. So it's in 3 places. So something I'm constantly trying to think about is like, technically I only need that in 1 place. I definitely, if it's in Canva, I can always re-download it. So I don't need it on my computer. Technically, if it's uploaded to Facebook or something, I could delete it off Canva. But the thing is, if I ever wanted to go back in and edit it again, I want to do that in Canva. So it's something I'm thinking, that's just one example. For instance, like if I edit a video and export it, it's on my computer, it's uploaded into a YouTube channel, it's still in my editing software, Final Cut. So I'd love to find a way of, continuously simplifying that system and finding a way to only have things in 1 place at a time. My boss is walking in, she might come say, hey, just a forewarning. So yeah, there's that. I don't know, just something to think about. If you guys have any ideas, thoughts on that. I think, even just talking through it now, I have a method and system. It's just something I'm always thinking about. What was my exact thing? Yeah, something I wonder is if it's in Canva, I don't need it saved in my cloud, my iCloud or Google Drive or whatever. I don't know. I think I'm figuring it out. Next point, hire a digital assistant and create a list of boring tasks to have them do, including keeping me on a schedule. Yeah, so I think I talked last live stream about trying to outsource a lot of the extra work that I'm doing outside of work here and work that I'm doing here. I've thought about that too. But I found a video editor. She is awesome and I love her. I was also thinking could I hire someone on Fiverr or something to just keep up with my YouTube channel or my social media content, like maybe publishing content for me, but also maybe just responding to comments or engagement, going to other posts and commenting on them to try and drive traffic back to my stuff. Excuse me, wow. There's just a lot of stuff that's tedious and I know needs to be done and I see the value. I know the value, but I just don't want to do it to myself / I don't have time. And my biggest thing with these side hustles, including live streams, is what's the minimum I can do for the best possible result? right? So I found this nice setup through Restream and the camera setup, and it's easy for me to come in here, turn on the light, hit go live, and we're good. So that's something I'm constantly thinking about, is what can I outsource on the cheap to get it done, but done well. So I've even thought about like a digital assistant. I know 4-Hour Work Week is a book where he's like, hey, you should have everyone doing everything for you and you're doing nothing, basically. And at the time he wrote that, he was able to hire a couple of digital assistants in like India, I think, and they were like $1 an hour or something. And it's just like, I mean, at that rate, they can be working 24/7 for you. $24 a day. It's like a nice lunch. So, especially if you're making more because they're doing things for you. So, something I'm thinking about. If any of you would be interested in working with me, let me know as well. I don't know. Maybe we could work something out. Like I said, I found an editor for my videos. I have someone doing keyword and tagging for the videos. So there's all that. Okay. The 5 goals for my life. We've got about 20 minutes left here. We're good. The 5 goals for my life. So, thinking about the Do More Better book concept, I was taking a walk through the woods the other day, and I was like, what things can I write down that are most important to me, that everything else that comes my way I can say no to unless they help these specific parts of my life that I'm trying to work on. And I'll say, family, Jesus, Agenicare, personal brand, and personal health. I think 5. So family meaning mostly just close family. Lena, Maria, maybe Buddy, my dog. Seeing my parents, seeing my sister and her niece and nephew, but mostly just focusing on Lena and Maria at that time. Jesus, of course. You'll hear me. I'll probably be talking about God, Jesus a lot, just because it is a part of my life and something that I'm trying to focus on more, as you can see. If you disagree with that, that's totally okay. I'd love to even discuss it with you. I love hearing other opinions, thoughts, and ideas on religion and life in general, and thinking about how those can affect me, or I don't know. So there's that. So that's something I got to work on, in leading my family and my life better through that scope and that lens. Agenicare, which is my job here full time. I love it here. I love the people here. It's the perfect amount of sort of the entrepreneurship thinking and also working for someone. So I've really, really been enjoying that, which is awesome. Personal brand, which is this stuff, working on live streams, working on vlogs, videos for the main channel, finisher secrets, stuff like that. So that's what I mean, personal brand. Just doing what I like doing, and then hopefully finding a community of people who are willing and open to talk about those things with me. I don't know. And then personal health, meaning, trying to eat better, trying to work out, and doing that for my family as well, trying to lead them in being healthy and eating healthy and stuff like that, and working with Maria as a team to get that done. Okay. Create the structure of my priorities and spend the optimal amount of time in each priority. Right. So something I've been doing a lot of lately is the personal brand stuff. It's been in my mind a lot, something I've been thinking about a lot, and it's taking time away from family, and probably other things too, to be honest. So finding those goals for my life and then making sure time is split up correctly between them. It's always a juggle. It's always something I'm going to be working on, but if I had to say like my number one goal for my life right now, it's probably that, juggling priorities well. So After getting my missions down, saying yes or no to things as they adhere to that mission becomes a better way of decision making. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, finding my missions being what are my goals or my priorities in life, and then if someone comes along and says, hey, do you want to make an album with me, I have to be able to say no unless it aids in one of those 5 things. And knowing me, I'll make it fit no matter what. So here we go. I think we're getting close to being done here today. We've been going for 45 minutes, which is quite a while, which is cool. People are starting to head out, which is fine too. Thanks for joining. Okay, last thing here. Start a new finisher's journal. What are my 2 main goals for Q3? I already did this. So my first goal is AgenaCare related, and that's to come up with, I think, 500 total new leads this quarter for the sales team through marketing efforts. Leads being a point of contact for a person. So that's my main goal this quarter. And then my second goal is related to you all, and I think it's a number of videos. I think it's a certain number of live streams and then a certain number of videos for Finisher Secrets, I think. And I'm already making good progress. I'm doing it right now, so that feels good. Trying to make those goals. So that's it. For the last, 5 minutes or so, I know we've only got 4 people watching, but let's, if you want, I'll give this a couple minutes for the video to catch up with you all, but let's start a discussion. If you guys have any questions for me, or I'd love to hear what maybe your thoughts or your goals are for the second part of this year, quarter 3, which is July through October 1st. What goals are you guys working on, or priorities you're thinking about? Yeah, I'd love to hear them, talk about them. Or again, if you have any questions for me, which I don't expect you to. I just appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. I can tell you this: we've had 46 playbacks, 3 concurrent viewers currently, and an average watch time of 3 hours and 18 minutes. I think that's what that means, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so high 5 friend, you're in Virginia, you're a 5, which is the investigator, I think, if you're referring to the Enneagram, which is neat. That's cool. I honestly, I thought you were like a bot or something. So I appreciate you commenting on the video on this live stream as well. David says, you being a Christian is one of the reasons that I love your content. The content is great, but it's also clean and thought-provoking. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm not a great Christian, and there's obviously not a perfect Christian. There's one, and he was a Jew. So, but I appreciate that. I want it to be thought-provoking. I mentioned this in an earlier live stream that when I started on YouTube, it was doing music covers, and the only thought-provoking questions I would get or comments were people saying like, how do you play the song, or what are the chords, or what microphone do you use? Everything else was just great job, wow. And I appreciate that. That's really nice of people to watch the video and then comment something, and it being a nice comment, but there was no back and forth, and so something I want to do with especially these live streams is create thought-provoking content that we can all discuss and think about together, from all walks of life too. I mean, we're all here on earth living. So there's all different ways of thinking of things, and trying to make sense of it all. So something that I did write down that I'll just quickly, I'll talk about it more next time, was I listened to a guy named Naval talk about physics and math and chemistry and all this crazy. He's a super, super smart guy. and just hearing his way of making sense of the universe and particles and light and stuff that destroys my brain with thinking. But I don't know. I'd love to talk more about that kind of stuff. All sorts of stuff, man. Let's get into it all. Appreciate that, David. Thanks for the comment. Yeah. But if that is, if anybody else has any more questions or thoughts, we'll go ahead and wrap up here. I'll just sort of end with some quick promotional stuff. Again, I do have this channel, my main channel, and then this will also be uploaded to Spencer Scott Pugh Live. So if you miss these live streams, you can watch them there. And that will be a cool place too. You can also drop comments and stuff there, and I'll read them as well. Natalia says, are you still bullet journaling? Sort of. So I mentioned this earlier, the finisher's journal, which again is a more focused on a single goal for a quarter, but there are bullet journal note-taking sections. So I'm kind of doing, it's kind of a split. So you have your calendar here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but calendar for the day. You've got like your tasks, and then note taking over here, which sometimes I'll use in a bullet journaling kind of way. I kind of want to make a video on this, not because like I would make any money or, you know, because of the partnership, but just because I really do enjoy this and it's worked really well for me. So hopefully that answers your question there, Natalia. And I hope I'm saying your name right. It's really pretty the way it's spelled. So I appreciate that comment. So yeah, thank you for that. I've got the live stream channel. I've got vlog, Spencer Scott Pugh vlogs, which will be, I've got a couple more coming up soon. And then throughout the year, I'll have, you know, special days. We're going to be going to the beach early August. So I'll probably vlog that week, just little tidbits and pieces again, so that we can look back on Lena at this age, and hopefully she can too, you know. That might be fun for her, maybe not, but it's for you guys as well. So Spencer Scott Pugh vlogs. David says, I am also interested in morning routines. What kind of coffee brand do you prefer? What method of making coffee do you use most? Do you use a daily devotional book, etc.? Maybe next time. Yeah, let me make a note of that. Morning routine, because it changes, and I think it does for a lot of people. Currently, I drink Eve & Co coffee, which is actually my coffee brand. Me, my wife, and two of our friends, Sarah and Justin, started a coffee brand. We sell coffee online, eveandcocoffee.com. And for every bag of coffee that you buy, we donate 3 diapers to the local pregnancy resource center here in Roanoke. So it's kind of a cool little mission type company that we're creating. The coffee's brilliant. I drink it literally every day. It's so good. And I'm not just saying that because it's mine. Like, it's really good. And we work with roasters here locally to make the coffee and stuff. So I really enjoy it. Yeah, maybe we'll get into the routine more next time. I did make a note of it, so I'll talk about that. Might also make a video of it or something. We'll see. But Eve & Co coffee, I use a Chemex pour over to make it usually. Here at work, it's just a drip machine. So there's that. Cool. I have Spencer Scott Pugh Gaming. I don't game that much anymore, but I do have a few series over there if you guys want to go subscribe to that. And then my original Spencer Scott Pugh Music, where I do covers and things. Haven't done one of those in a while, but there's a lot of those videos if you want to go check out me covering songs on the guitar and singing. I appreciate you all. This has been super fun. I want to continue to do these and have you guys giving me feedback and talking. It's way more fun than me sitting here and just talking by myself, even though I am okay and prepared to do that as well. So thank you guys. That's going to do it for today. I appreciate you all so very much. yeah, keep an eye out for the Finisher Secret video that's going out today, as well as I think tomorrow I'll put out the most recent vlog on the vlog channel. So you guys rock. I appreciate you. I'll see you next time. Man, this is fun. All right, see you guys.